So an interesting thing that happened as a pattern is I've stayed in my apartment condo unit. It's actually a townhome. Very nice. I love it. And ever since I moved in, I want to throw in the clip from yesterday. Ever since I moved in, the fan, it's summertime, right? So I've turned on the fan, and of course I'm sneezing and coughing and itching, all the dust, right? I've been looking at that fan for over 2 years. And it's only so happened that the last few days I started noticing like chunks, I'm talking about chunks of layers of like nicely shaped squares, dust, sporadically, just intermittently scattered over my carpet, my couch, behind I'm like, what the hell is going on? What is all this? I still didn't put two and two together. If you can stick with the story, just stay with me because this is really fun. I'm still looking up at the fan and I'm like, damn, that looks really dirty. And every time I look up, especially in these last few months, that layer of dust is just getting thicker and thicker and thicker. So it's just really piling on, right? And of course, the temperature's warming up, and here we are, almost pretty much spring season, and it's ready to bust open the heat, right? Bring the heat. And then I see the next day there's more layers of dust falling, and I'm cleaning it off the couch. It still hasn't registered to me. Why am I seeing dust on the couch? I'm being ignorant. Until it finally hit me and I said, damn, that fan is really dirty, but hold on a quick effing minute. Is it time for me to really make that connection now and find a way to clean all of those 5, branches of the fan? And I don't know why, but there was serious procrastination. And I was dragging my feet, I knew that I would have to get to it at some point. And lo and behold, 2.5 years later, I finally get on the step stool that I bought last year. Just enough height for me to get on top. My lazy behind, of all the things, considering how much I walk and the activities, right? I did not want to do that. I don't know why I overthought that. But once I got on the step stool, and once I started cleaning, it just occurred to me how we get stuck in our own heads and in our own way. So once you realize how much we are in our own way, in our own heads, we are actually the very reason why we don't move forward in our lives. Because cleaning that whole thing took about 20 minutes. And I feel like I've won the day. Look at this. It's so nice, white, clean. I can't believe why I waited 2 years. This whole thing took me 20 minutes to clean. I mean, I'm confused. My head is spinning, no pun intended, but this is just a reminder that the journey is actually really easy. It's starting. Now, because I cleaned the fan, this place that I moved, right? Once I got to Vegas, I just feel amazing. Like I don't have to breathe this crap. And the reason why I started is because this stuff was so built up there, it started falling down on my carpet. And this was a reminder as to why we should just do it anyway. Jean-Claude Van Damme, my guy, Bola Young is Bola Young, but Van Damme couldn't be without Van Damme. Van Damme couldn't be Van Damme without Bola Young, and vice versa. They're the perfect dance partners. Hi, buddy. She's doing a lot better. Stay tuned. I'll give you an update on this one. The calorie tracker. This is pretty much what I eat. Staple of my diet right here. Although I think I've ditched the oats for a little bit now. Right at the bottom. When I was tracking my calories, this is how I wanted to write it. I wanted to feel it. I wanted to become it. And I no longer need to track because I know exactly what I'm doing. It takes time. cleaned my fan. I'm so happy. Now I can sit in peace in my living room and not wonder if it's my allergies or if it's the damn dust. That's a lot of stuff I cleaned from the fan, man. And I'm just documenting it. Much of the cleaning, half of this stuff that I cleaned out, quarter of it is from the fan itself. I've lived in garbage. I've lived in Vegas for nearly 2.5 years since I moved, and I've not cleaned that fan. You don't understand my excitement and my sheer joy in doing that, because every time I would sit there, I would just look at the fan and ignore it like it's gonna go away. But you know, they said the saying, right? When ish hits the fan, when ish hits the fan, boy, it's gonna fly everywhere. That's exactly what was happening. That shit was flying everywhere. I mean, it basically told me I need to get my act together, and you need to get up there and start cleaning it. And I did it. All this is just impromptu. It's not supposed to be. See, the part of this recording sessions are that these are not planned. I want to document this as messy, as shaky as it is, so you can see it. I still can't believe I cleaned the fan. I still can't believe I cleaned the fan. As I said, man, when ish hits the fan, it'll let you know. And that thing was spinning, like I said, out of control. And it'll let me know for sure. It let me know that it was time. So, look at the trailer, the pocket trailer. Hey, come on. Come here. You can see how this gives you momentum. Doing the task, doing the, things that you put off will give you momentum. I promise you this. This is all part of my recording, like messy and unplanned, okay? So just bear with me. I am absolutely thrilled that I cleaned the fan. I know there's many of you out there who understand the pain. You look up at the ceiling. You look up at the ceiling. You look at that fan day in, day out. It's collecting dust. Much like your fitness, we tend to put it off. And over time, shit hits the fan. I know this is shaky. This is meant to be imperfectly perfect, because I think part of running this channel is bringing you my raw reactions, footage. Hey, come here. Yeah, and showing my joy. If I can get this excited about cleaning my fan, I know somewhere there's many of you actually that need to clean up your environment. So the symbolic byproduct of all of this is that your environment needs to be clean. Once you clean your environment, you start cleaning yourself, and it has a direct impact on your life and your decision and half the battle is started in it. How much time I wasted just putting so much emphasis on I can't versus it's pretty simple, I can. But why did it take me 2.5 years to finally reach over, stop being lazy, and finally tackle that? Because you know why? Symbolically, right? And also that saying that ish hits the fan and it scatters and spatters and spitters and it just flies everywhere. Like when things start falling apart, that's how life is. And so I couldn't wait anymore. And that's just a small scale level of what life is about. If we wait till the last minute, and if we take our health for granted, it's just gonna hit the fan. And I found a way of tying that in with the story is because I literally had that feeling. I laughed a little bit. I went for a walk, but that also cleaning that fan also, I felt a sense of cleanliness, not physically, but just the environment felt a lot cleaner because that thing was circling dust every single day. That thing was like flying dust, right? 5 ways to Sunday. And so when you think about it, that's the reason why I've been sneezing, coughing. I continued to stare at the ceiling the whole time, but I just knew that I didn't want to get to it right now. I will put it off till later. I will put it off till later. I feel the same way about cleaning my bathroom, but once I clean my bathroom, which takes 15 minutes or less, it feels amazing to get back in my bathroom and sit down. That's why we spend a lot of time defecating. When you're intermittent fasting, you're going to the bathroom a lot. You want a clean space. Not only can you respect it, you gotta make sure it smells nice. And I mean, I'm a firm believer, and I really live by that. If your environment is clean, it psychologically is such a boost. And a clean environment invites clean thoughts, clean air, clean energy, fresh, just the freshness, right? So after I clean my fan, I can't stop staring at how clean it is. Now it's like this positive reinforcement in my brain waves to do more, to do what else can I do now? So not only you're finding your small wins in that activity, but it's your own home. And if you take this in another, if you take this another level, your body, right? Your body, your mind, body, spirit is your home. You live in it. Your soul lives in it. So you have to clean it. You see how I'm telling a story about all of this. So you can learn a lot by cleaning your place, cleaning your environment. And who knows, maybe it translates and maps over into all those good habits, transforms your eating habits, your exercising, right? Your exercising habits. Because how you stand in your environment, what you breathe and how you operate in your environment is a direct reflection of who you are going to be. And I can't tell you how hard I laughed, as you saw on some of those clips. The realization just setting in on why am I being so lazy? And I'm not a lazy person. But that task, for some reason, I made such a big deal out of that. And I couldn't get myself to really wrap my head around on why I struggle so much. Why did I struggle so much to clean that fan? It was so easy, 20 minutes, but it took me 2.5 years. 2.5 years of wasting that moment versus 20 minutes of more. I want more. See that? So that's my little story about procrastination, starting your journey, getting out of your own head. And a lot of times I think the thought of starting something new, or the thought of starting and doing something you don't feel like doing, is actually the very thing you need that's going to get you to where you need to go. Man, this is amazing how this all came out. This is all energy. This is all like spiritual. This is all powerful. Your words get better. Your projection gets better. Your energy feels. You just feel good about yourself. And because of that same gesture of not being lazy, getting my behind up and cleaning up after myself, led me to better kitchen habits. Because yesterday, technically, I didn't have a good sleep day. You saw that video yesterday. You saw my video from this morning, me driving in my car. I posted it up earlier. I have bags under my eyes, and I still do. I had every reason and excuse to misbehave in the kitchen, and not that I have really much junk food in my place, but you know, I could have DoorDashed something really unhealthy and curbed my dopamine and cured that, right? An unhealthy hit, by the way, but I didn't do that. Today I did, I wouldn't even say it's a slip, but I had 3 Quest bars, so that's all I've had today. A couple of fruits, Quest bars. So you can see the theme here is sugar, but even then it's controlled, because it's not anything that would blow my diet or my fasting window and negate. I fasted 17 hours today. And these Quest bars are about 180, 190 grams, 100 calories each, not grams. Each bar is about like 20 grams of protein. So I'm already 60 grams of protein in. So that macronutrient still outweighs anything else that's in the way, because it barely has any carbs. It has a little bit of sugar, and even then it's not close to my recommended sugar goal, and sugar is not my goal. Then you have a cup of fruits, which is not a whole lot either. That's where I get some boost carbs, but really I've not really had carbs today either. So you have to find your cheat meal, you have to find your treats, ideally around protein. If that means protein snacks like protein bars, which sometimes can be like candy bars, so you got to watch for the sugar. In this case, Quest for me, Quest is the best for me, so it does the job. So after I get home from this walk, I'm going to I've already mapped out my diet. See, I'm behaving. So I put chicken leg quarters in the oven. It's already cooked, done. In fact, I just hit stop on it before I left home. One full leg quarter is about 31 grams of protein. Two of those, I'm already 60 something grams of protein there. 60 grams from the protein bars, so that's more than enough for me. That whole saying of 1 gram per pound per body weight of protein, that's a great goal to aspire by. I don't think it makes or breaks me personally, because I'm able to maintain a reasonable amount of mass, just not tracking, just eating till I'm full. Okay, I know I sidetracked here a little bit and got into the diet, but it's all interconnected. That how you behave in all aspects of your life will show up on how you choose to eat, how you choose to walk, what health decisions you make. These are all part of the equation. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this story. Clean your fan, clean your restroom, vacuum, clean your place. Okay, because those wins will set the tone of the day. Your day. Okay, I'm gonna finish my remaining 2.5-3 miles here. Now I'm gonna really get going, and I'm gonna cut here, get my mind straight, feel really amazing. Now I'm just gonna keep to myself and think of fresh ideas for my channel. Thanks for being here. Until the next video, I'm out.